coming in answering questions and stuff like that. What's up? What's up? What's up? Trying to get this thing going, man. Trying to get this thing going. You know, uh, we're gonna get it rolling though. I know this thing getting tough. So what's up? What's up? Wait, these people roll up in this thing, man. Lady, what's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all come in, man. Go ahead and start throwing your questions or whatever. You know, we'll get this thing going. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So just kind of wanted to talk about like things you can do today to get started wholesaling. Um, there's things you can do. Some people got like funds to be able to do some things, but like there's also things you can do when you don't have funds. That can still make it work. Um, so we'll talk about that too. Um, but yeah, like I was talking to somebody today about like being able to get probate leads. You can go down to the probate courthouse and pull like, you know, get a list of probates straight from the courthouse and skip trace those leads. And some of them even have a phone number right there at the probate. So you can go in there and get the probate and then just get the phone numbers right there and then start calling people. So that's stuff out there that you can do, driving for dollars and then going and knocking on people's door, asking them kind of what's going on with these different properties that you may see that's vacant. And they may have the phone numbers or whatever to the people who used to live there or whatever, be able to help you out with that. So, um, who up in this thing, man? Leave your name over here on the side. We start talking or whatever. If you're up in this thing, drop your name, where you from, so we can kind of, go back and forth. Try to get y'all some actual, tips on what y'all can do to get started. So if you're up in this thing, drop your name on the side so we can see, um, and then we'll go from there. Um, So another thing besides probate and besides knocking doors that you can do is for probate, the same thing. You can do the same thing for evictions. Like you can go to the magistrate court in your county or whoever handle the evictions, and you can look at the records there too. Because like when they go to evict, they have to leave like a phone number, and you can go, call those phone numbers of landlords that's evicting tenants. So that's another thing that you can do. So if you can go there and do that. Um, what else can you do? Man, gonna start cold calling a week when I get out of the military. Can't wait. That's what's up, man. I got a guy to work with me. He was in Afghanistan, actually came back and started wholesaling, and he making money now. So he doing it. It's been good for him. So just excited for you, man. Where are you at though? Where you gonna start cold calling? Where you at? Yeah, drop down there where you at, man. So maybe I can give you some tips. Kind of tell you what work, what don't work. What kind of dollar you plan on using? So you're gonna cold call. What kind of dollar do you plan on using? And what market are you in? Or you still, you still overseas in the military or whatever. I know it's hard to do this thing, if you're overseas or you're in the military and you work long hours, kind of hard to do it. Um, but yeah, man, drop in the comments kind of where you at, and what strategy you're trying to use. and then I can give you like some, some of the stuff I know that kind of work within, certain places and certain strategies. So yeah, man. Let me see. I live in Seattle, Tacoma area. Just got prop screen. Wanted to start by SMS text and build my buyers list using prop screen. Yeah, man. I think if you're gonna text, I would use launch control if I was gonna text. So if you're gonna text, just go and use launch control. That's what I would use. That's what I use right now. So use launch control if you're gonna text. Um, yeah, Maryland. Maryland's a really good area to do some wholesaling. So if I was in Maryland, I would figure out like what areas do hedge funds buy in, and then also try to find some flippers in that area, and find some landlords. And you can do that. You can find these people by using prop screen and looking for cash sales in your area, and then look who's buying these properties. You can go look at ownership information and put like minimum amount owned, like at 300, and then you'll be able to find some of these hedge funds that's buying in Maryland, and then you'll be able to, go to MLS status, and then you can see what agents are working with these people and call. And a lot of times they have the agent number in there, or it has the office number. Call them up. If it's that agent, say, hey, look, I sell a hedge fund about a property in the area. It has your name attached to it. Are you working with a hedge fund? If they're not working with a hedge fund, are you working with any other cash buyers that may be looking to buy properties for a discount? But yeah, I would start hitting them up over there in Maryland. Um, and then just figure out what marketing strategy you're going to do, whether that's texting, cold calling, ringless voicemails, voice broadcasting, mailers, whatever you're going to do. So I live in New Jersey, but I think I'll call in North Carolina. I was going to use Mojo or Call Tools. I used Mojo like 2 months before. My numbers keep getting flagged as spam. Yeah, man, you gotta keep the numbers switched up, man. You gotta keep switching up the numbers for sure. Um, no doubt. But yeah, Mojo and Call Tools is all good. And in North Carolina, you're gonna hit North Carolina, I would recommend going to either Raleigh, Durham, or go to Charlotte. Those are the two I would suggest in North Carolina. Because both of those hedge funds buying both of those places, I'm pretty sure they got plenty of flippers and landlords. So that's what I would go if I was going to North Carolina. So going to use prop screen. I haven't started yet, but will in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, prop screen is the way to go, man. Once you get your first subscription, start pulling lists or whatever. Uh, yeah, you'll be ready to go. I think I got like, if you mention my name, or I got some type of code or something where you can get like a little trial. But there's plenty of people who got the same thing. But you can get a little trial for 7 days or whatever, and kind of test it out, see what it's like. And then you don't have to get started, but that'll at least give you some time to kind of check it out. Um, but just doing a little bit more research on what to say to buyers and find them. So you can find buyers on Facebook. On Facebook, like if you go to you go and you search Maryland, or not Maryland. Yeah, you can search Maryland real estate groups, and you can look in those groups, and you can post in there, anybody buying in Carroll County, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody buying in the DC area of Maryland. So you can do that, and people will hit you back. Now, some of these people are going to be scammers, some are going to be wholesalers, but you're going to find some buyers in there, or some buyers agents in there. And then you'll be able to, talk to them, communicate with them, and be able to find some buyers that way. Another way to find buyers, like I said, is on prop screen. You can go, even if you had to get the 7-day trial, and then go and try to start finding buyers. You can go in there and you can click, whatever area you want to look at. You can click within that area and go to ownership information and put minimum properties on, 300, and then go click on the properties, and then look who bought it. and it should be like in the LLC. You see it's in the LLC, especially if that LLC is like in Arizona or California or in DC or in New York or even Atlanta or somewhere that's far off or something, or in a big city. More likely these LLCs are hedge funds, if they got that many properties. And then you could look at the MLS status and look at what agent they work with and call that agent up. And if they ain't working with them, they could, you can ask them, hey, look, do you know anybody else that's working with hedge funds or big buyers? And then you also want to call agents that's working with flippers and that's working with landlords. You can do it the same way, but Facebook is the best way to find flippers and landlord buyers. So you want to find all three. Um, so let me see. What should I say when reaching out to buyers? How does that change from reaching out to individuals, reaching out to big companies? The individuals and big companies, you say pretty much same thing. But hey, look, I find discounted properties. Are you interested in any properties? Are you interested? Can I bring you any properties? Basically. So when I talk to them, it's like, hey, I find discounted properties all the time. I was wondering if you'd be interested in me sending you any of the properties that I find. And then they'll say yes, or they'll say whatever. You ask, what kind of properties do you like to buy? You know what I'm saying? If they ask you what kind of properties you find, you say, I figure out what my buyers like, and then I go out and find the kind of properties that I like, and I bring it to them. So that's something you could do, something you could say to get them going. You just let them know, hey, I work for a company that find discounted properties and then, if I'm talking to a hedge fund, I'll say, hey, I work for a company that find discounted properties for institutional buyers. Would you all be interested in me bringing you more properties? So you could tell them that. If you're talking to individual flippers, just tell them same things like, hey, I work for a company that find discounted properties for flippers and landlords in the area. Would you be interested in me sending you any discounted properties, that we have? And then they may ask like, what kind of properties do you find? And then that's when you tell them, hey, we ask our buyers what their criteria is, and we kind of find properties based on the criteria that they're looking for. So that's kind of what I would do in that situation. So yo, what's up, bro? I'm Fayette County. I'm at Fayetteville, North Carolina. What type list should I pull to get started? I would say I would pull just a gist, man. If you just try to get started, I would pull I would pull like a free and clear. I would pull like a free and clear list. And I would get started on that free and clear list. And that's what I would do. I would hit up the free and clear and get going on the free and clear. And I would do, like I said, I'm more of the angle of finding a buyer and then hunting for what that buyer want. But if I just had to pick like random properties, I would do free and clear. Seems like my camera is really like breaking up. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to shut this down, and then I'm gonna try to start back up so it's not like a delay, because I feel really delayed. So I'm gonna shut it down and I'm gonna start back up. But y'all jump back in here and we'll continue on with these questions that y'all throwing out to me. But hold on, let me start it back up.